Then uh, extra credit materials and calculator forms. If you have any of that, let me know. Okay. Okay. Make sure I can see your lovely faces, please. All right, let's start with set game then. Some of you at home look like you signed in to help play. So we'll spend a couple minutes doing that. Hmm. Aiden. Where's Aiden? That does not look like your picture. Oh, it's because you got full head of hair now. Okay. Dang, people playing at home. All right, about 15 seconds left. If you see any more. Anybody see one? Okay. All right. So you guys, the next 2 days are Google Classroom. So any questions? So Zeke, you might want to get this on there.
Will we click that link when it's time for this class?
Yes. Yes. Just regular time, and I'll resend it. So what are you guys? 11:13. Okay. Like right now, there's only a few. Maybe some more will come on in a minute. So make sure I can see your face. I'll try to. I got the hover cam thing where I might be able to use that, and it'd be better than me like carrying this around. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll figure that out. But you'll click on this if you're on the computer. If you're on your phone, it's like the top right hand corner of your phone. And then preferably though a computer so that you can go back and forth between screens. Yes. Yes. Then use your phone. Okay. And then you can do stuff on your computer while I see you on your phone. Okay. Um, and we're going to do, well, tomorrow. So we're going to, like, they're going to do mini lesson, daily quiz, and then our big lesson all on here. So what they're going to do is they're going to send stuff through, so you're going to click here on classwork. And I sent, not that one. Let's see. I sent it earlier. So factoring trinomials. Now I did something what's called Kami. And what that is where you can get on here and I open with it. Now your quizzes and stuff are all multiple choice. So when you guys get there, if like this, you can send in a text, like a text box, and put it here and then send your answer. Like, x plus 2x plus, I'm making this up. I'm not even looked at what it is. X minus whatever. Okay, so you can do it like that. I think there's a way you can just write it, like with drawing maybe. Okay, where you can just say x plus, you get better as you go, 2 plus whatever. But the multiple choice stuff's the stuff I'm more worried about. And where is it? Markup. You can use the highlighter and then highlight your answer. A, B, C, or D. Okay, highlight it, circle it. You can use the drawing thing to circle it. If you don't like that, you have a printer. Print it up, write out your answers, take a picture. If you don't have a printer, use notebook paper, write out your answers, take a picture, and send it. Okay? So any questions about that? So you have 3 different options of things you can do to do these assignments. And then when you're done, you need to upload it back through here if you can. If you can't, you can send it email or I think somebody sent it in Remind, but I prefer an email more than Remind, okay? Let's see. View assignments. I don't know. I'm doing it through Teachers. Let's see. Then I would save it. So open with Cami. Then I would save it. So save changes, saved. And then I would save it to my computer. Let's see. This is through mine. Due date. I'm sure there's a way through. Everybody's been turning it in just fine. Let's see. It's okay. There's a way on there to do it. I bet there's a button to push on y'all's. But if not, again, you can just, yeah, you can just email me the picture of it or whatever. Whatever's the easiest, as long as I get it. How about that? All right. So, any questions of what you guys are going to be doing tomorrow and the next day? Good. All right, so let's do our mini lesson. So I'm going to move them over. All right. All right, so we're finishing up lines today. So we've already done slope-intercept form. We've done standard form. Can anybody tell me the rules, one rule for standard form? What's one rule? Yes. A can't be a fraction. What else can't be a fraction? B. A or B can't be fractions. Okay. What's another one? Yes. A can't be negative. So if it has any of that stuff, we got to correct it. And the last thing is when we're done, what does it need to be? Simplify it all the way down. Okay. All right. Let me hand you guys this sheet. At home, you guys will get it tomorrow. Now, there is a lot of geometry in here. We'll be spending a lot of time. Now, with geometry comes formulas. I found this little cheat sheet, formula sheet, whatever you want to call it. You're not allowed to use it on your DOC. You're not allowed to use it on your ACT. So that means you have to memorize. Okay? So if I can take away some of these formulas for you to memorize, I will. Okay? And that's what I'm doing. But I want to address this formula here. At the bottom, right here with the lines, you'll see what's called point-slope form. All right, it comes in handy in certain situations, and but it's not necessary. Okay, we can still use slope-intercept form, which you guys have concreted in there. You guys will be use 62 and still know y equals mx plus b, and a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Those are the two you're always going to remember. So I just wanted to address point-slope form. It's there. If you want to memorize it and use it, you just take your slope, your point, and then do whatever it asks you to do. Okay, that's why it's called point-slope form. All right, but we're going to not use that. We're just going to use slope-intercept form for everything that we would use that for anyway. So, like I said, I just wanted to address that. And then we have all this other stuff we got to memorize. front and back. So one last thing. Now, this is a situation where, like, if we had not 100 things to remember and had plenty of time, we would use point slope form for this, okay? Because it's nice, it's neat, okay? But again, it's up to you what you want to do. All right. So what we're going to start doing is talking about parallel lines and perpendicular lines. Let's start with parallel. What are parallel lines? Yes, that's a formal definition. Never intersect. Lines that never intersect. Now, why do they never intersect? Because they have the same slope. So that's what you guys need to remember. Parallel lines have the same exact slope. All right. So what you're going to be given in the next question or two, okay, is a point for one line, the equation of the other line. Okay, so let's look at that. So here's the point of one line. Here's the equation of the other. So let's say that's line 1, since we already have it. All right. I have everything I need to know about line 1. What they want me to do is find the equation of the line, the second line parallel, but goes through this point. Okay. So I need a little more information for line 2. And all of the information I need is another slope. Okay. Now, since this line is going to be parallel to this line, I know the slope is going to be the same. So what's the slope from this one? -8/3. So what's line 2 slope going to be? -8/3. Okay. Now I'm done with that. That's all I needed from that was the slope. I don't need it anymore. Okay. Any questions? So let's find the equation for this. So just like we did the other day on the very first day at the bottom of the page, we did one just like this where they gave us a point and a slope and we found the equation of the line. So what we used was -3 equals -8/3 3 plus b. So what we did was a two-step process where we went and found b using that information and then took b and m and put it in for our final answer. All right, so what happens? Those cancel. Add 8. So b is 5. So my final answer, since I want it in slope-intercept form, is I'm going to take my original slope here and then add the b I just found. Okay? Any questions there? Okay. All right. So here's another question, just like that, except the directions is not slope-intercept form, it's standard form. So we're still practicing those slope-intercept form and standard form, which all this stuff will be on the quiz on Thursday that you guys will have. Okay, why again are they exactly giving me this? I don't need it much from this, but I need a little bit. So y equals -x minus 1. What am I getting from that? Slope. And what is that slope? -1. So what slope am I using here since it's parallel? The same thing. All right. Now I'm done with that. I'm going to focus on my point and my slope. Any questions so far? All right, let's put it in. So y equals m x plus b. What does that make? +2. Subtract 2. So then y equals negative x. So I don't need the 1, I don't need the 0. All right, but I'm not done. So I really can't circle that. Because what they want from us, bless you, is standard form. So what do I need to do to that to get it in standard form? I got to get the x and the y together on one side. So, good. Add the x over. Once I add the x over, what does it equal? 0. Now that is the final answer. Any questions? Let's do this one really fast because it doesn't take a lot of work. This is the trick questions. The trick questions because it is so easy. All right, they gave me the point 2, 3. Want it parallel to the line y equals negative 5. What does the line y equals negative 5 looks like? Right, it's horizontal. Where at? Negative 5. Okay? So, right here, negative 5, I have a point 2, 3. How do I have parallel to that? Well, I need another horizontal line, right? So what does that mean I need? Y. And what's y equal to? See how easy that was? So what if instead it said x equals 7? And I need a line parallel to that. Well, that's a vertical line. I need another vertical line. So what's the answer to this one? X equals 2, because x is 2. All right, are these in slope-intercept form? Are these in standard form? The answer is yes for both of them. They are both already in standard form, slope-intercept form, because there's nothing else you can do to them. Okay? So any questions? Good. All right, let's move on then. If you don't have any questions about parallel, let's move on to perpendicular. What are perpendicular lines? Lines that intersect what? I know it says add a 90-degree angle, but where it's 90 degrees, all 4 angles are 90 degrees. Okay, so let's see. What do we know about its slope? Do you guys remember? Anybody remember? All right, so for instance, so say I have this line. So what is this slope? Positive, negative, 0, undefined? Positive. Okay. Well, how am I going to make a perpendicular line to that? I have to go this way, right? Correct? So what kind of slope is that? Negative. Exactly. So it's opposite sign, opposite signs. So for example there, positive, negative, negative, positive. Okay, and then also the slopes actually change a little bit, so they're actually reciprocals of one another. So there's many ways to say it. I've heard opposite reciprocal, slopes, change the sign, flip the number, however you want to remember it. Just remember that slope is going to flip and the sign is going to change. So let's look at an example. have the point -3, -1. That's for one line. The second line, they already have us a equation. So again, we're finding perpendicular this time. So what is the slope for one of the lines? This line here, line 1. That says -3/2. Now when I go over here to the second line, the one that's supposed to be perpendicular to the first line, what am I going to do with this slope? What slope am I going to use? Positive, and then I flip. 2/3. Okay? So again, all I need that over there for is just to get the slope off. Then I'm done with it. And if it says perpendicular, then I'm going to flip and change the sign. All right, so let's do that. Y equals mx plus b. Those cancel, and I get -2. So I'm going to add 2 over. So 1 is b. So then what are we doing? We're doing right slope-intercept form. So I will be done once I put y equals 2/3 x plus 1 in there. This is, the 3's cancel and I get negative. So that's -2, so I add the 2 over. Any other questions? Okay. Do a standard. Okay. Now I've changed the directions to write the standard form, but it's still going through the same process, going through slope-intercept form, and then just rearranging from there. So I have -4/3. All right, so for this line, what is the slope? 1/2. All right, how is that going to change for the second line to be perpendicular? So flip it, becomes 2, change the sign, becomes -2. And then that's the information I'm going to use. So any questions why I got m equals -2? Very good? All right, well, then let's move on. So y equals mx plus b. So what's that, 8? Then I need to subtract 8 over, because that's positive, -5 equals b. All right. I'm going to put it in slope-intercept form, but they want standard form. So what do I need to do to this to get standard form? I need my x and my y together on one side. So what do I need to do? Add 2x. So then 2x plus y equals -5. Now are all my rules being followed? Is A positive? A and B aren't negative. It's as simplified as it can be. So then I'm actually done. Someone else with 2x. So any questions, parallel, perpendicular? All right. I don't know if it'll have an example, so I'm just going to write one up here. So if we have this, again, this is one of those easy but hard ones, so easy they're hard. All right, they gave us the equation y equals 2. Well, again, what kind of line is that? Horizontal. And in order for something to be perpendicular to a horizontal line, what does it have to be? Vertical. So what is a vertical line? X equals -4 here. So that's the answer. Again, that's slope-intercept form, that's standard form. There's nothing else you can do. Okay, and then vice versa. So if I gave you a vertical line, I gave you a vertical line, x equals 0. I need a horizontal line to be perpendicular, but it needs to go through -4, 6. So where is that horizontal line? Y equals 6. Okay? So don't let those trick you because they're pretty easy. All right? Any questions? All right, so I'm going to give you a few minutes to try some on your own. You guys have it in the classwork. It should say perpendicular and parallel lines under the lines category, parallel and perpendicular lines. Yep. So you guys can work on that. I'll put the answers up here in just a few minutes once everybody's done. Any questions getting to that? Okay. All right, so limited amount of time. You don't have a whole lot of time. Shouldn't take you long. more minutes, and then we'll start going over it. You guys done? Let's go. All right, here's 1 and 2. Here's 3 and 4. Sorry, I was fielding questions from the kids at home. 5 and 6. And then 7 and 8. So any questions on these? Okay, just remember they're going to be on your quiz on Thursday. Okay. All right, put that away. And we're actually going to do a lesson quiz today over GCF and grouping. Greatest common factor in grouping. So online, I have these set up scheduled in time, so you need to get them in the time I said. And the amount of time you get through that is the same time you guys have in class. Now, I'm going to give you guys tomorrow probably a little longer, and that's just because getting used to that Cami and stuff like that. So, I'm going to hand it out to you. You guys have calculators, writing utensils, everything else put away. When you're done, turn it into the box here. Then you can sit down and be on your phone until everybody's done, and then we'll start something else new. Okay?
When you're trying to find the greatest common factor of ones that aren't like obvious to see, like numbers and names, how do you find?
What I would probably do first is find the GCF here. You can do a little at a time. If you can, let's see. Now, the one way that people have shown in the past, you go y equals here. You go 196 divided by x. We'll give you all the factors. 45 divided by and then you go to your table, and then you'll see where they have, for like 1, they have a whole number. And you're looking for one where they all have that tells you what the number is. So you just keep on going. If you get to see big numbers, then you can probably go to our business Sunday service. So here you should be able, once it's cut down, 35, 32, and 40, you should be able to tell from those. So they have 7, they have 8, there's no way they can have anything else. So you get 7 out, and you find the GCF of those, 4, 7, 8. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, you guys at home, it's scheduled to start at 12, and I think I gave you guys 30 minutes. Usually it's about 15 minutes. So that gives you time to figure it out and get it turned in. Do you guys have any questions at home? I need you guys to be on video so I can see you guys not cheating, hopefully. So, any questions on what to do with this daily quiz? Hold on one second, let's see. All right, so the daily quiz will show up in the classroom at 12. It looks like 1 more minute or something. Then you turn it in through the, there should be a send button or something like that to turn in your homework button. And then if you guys can't do that or have a hard time doing that, then what you can always do is do it on notebook paper, take a picture and send it. to me on email or something, okay? So if your camera doesn't come up today, that's fine today. But you guys need to find a way to be on camera. All right? So, you guys, another minute or two until yours shows up. Okay. Oh, mine. Set it down over here. Okay, remember this is a quiz. Keep your eyes on your paper. Blah, blah, blah. That stuff. Oh, sorry. That happens. Thank you. All right, let's look now and see if it has showed up. Nope, not yet. All right, so now it's up. So you guys have 30 minutes to do that, just so you guys can figure out at home what to do and how to get it in. Let me know if you have any questions. There's Easton. afternoon when you're finished, please. Make sure your name's on it.